What's up, people? Welcome back. I'm Carlo. Thank you so much for joining me, and thank you to all the new subscribers for watching my videos, subscribing, commenting. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm going to be talking about two separate things today. The first one, I'm thinking about doing a Q&A up and coming for a new video. So if you'd like to partake in this Q&A, please leave a comment below asking a question. You could also DM me on Instagram at Carlos Stiggs. Feel free to ask me anything, photography, video, personal, whatever you want to ask me, feel free to. And if I get enough questions that I feel sufficient for a video, I'll do a Q&A video coming up, but that's it for right now. The main point of this video was something really cool that happened in my life. A really good friend of mine, his name is Jon Pivko. I'll link his Instagram, his YouTube channel in the bio below. He is primarily a wedding photographer and filmmaker. His roots are in narrative filmmaking, and he's starting to make a comeback in that style, which I think is amazing. Due to COVID-19 and the number 19, he decided that he wanted to make 19 short, kind of mini documentary short films. So for one of his videos, he chose me to be the subject, which I thought was amazing. I've never been kind of the subject of a film like this before, so it was something that I thought would be really cool for me to experience, because I thought it would be a great learning lesson in a way for me to understand how actors and actresses maybe feel in front of a camera when I'm behind it. So besides me helping him out create his vision, it also allowed me an opportunity to see a different perspective from the other side of the lens. But yeah, he wanted to pretty much just create the story from where I live, what I do, my passion. I live at the beach. I live like 10 minutes from the beach, but I live at the beach. So we went to the beach during sunrise. We did a lot of walking shots, stuff where I shoot pretty much every sunrise. We went by the jetty, the inlet where I live. It happened to be such a beautiful sunrise. Some amazing things happened that morning, some funny things. I'm not sure if he wanted me to tell this, but I'm going to say it anyway because I just think it's an amazing story. During one of the ending scenes, he wanted me to go in the water, and he brought this big glass fish tank that in theory you could put the camera in and kind of keep it half submerged so you can get kind of underwater shots but keeping it out of the water. Never ended up using it, which is understandable. It's the ocean. It's kind of, you're not going to judge the ocean, but I did a couple dives in the ocean and I saw him. He was about like maybe hip deep he also had an Ursa, by the way. Keep that in mind. He had an Ursa, same camera as I have, very expensive, and it's not just a toy, so keep that in mind. I see him, he's about hip deep, we're good, we're shooting a little bit, and I dove and he wanted me to swim, like kind of out towards the horizon. So I dove in, I'm swimming. I look back and I see him like neck deep in the water. I'm like, whoo. Just thinking about it is just the most insane thing. But the funniest part was we saw this wave coming and I didn't have time to get out. Obviously, I mean, I'm just gonna get crushed by the wave because it's just normal if you're in the ocean. But I see him trying to run back with the Ursa, and I go underwater, and I come up, and I just see his one hand holding the camera up like this above the water. It was the most insane thing I've ever experienced, and we talked about it after. We laughed afterwards. It was, I think both of our hearts were just racing, but it was something that like I realized was extremely risky, and something that I don't think I'll ever do, but it made me realize that like sometimes in filmmaking you're gonna have to take certain risks and you're gonna have to really push yourself to maybe get a shot that'll complete your vision. And that shot ended up being one of the closers in the film, which I thought was beautiful, and it really tied in the story really well. But just a little funny story. I'm not going to really speak too much longer, but just real quick about Jon. He's been a huge inspiration to me. I started working with him in weddings and kind of learning from him, I would say maybe a year and a half ago or so. But having someone like Jon, who's older than me but has so much more life experience, it allows me to gain a different perspective on the industry, on where I want to go, or just life in general, like relationships, family. He really allows me to engage with him in a different perspective. So I really appreciate him a lot. I appreciate what he does. His style of filmmaking is absolutely gorgeous. His photography is beautiful. I definitely recommend you check him out. Again, I'll link everything below. But without further ado, please enjoy the short film by Jon Pivko. Waking up for sunrise can be a challenge sometimes, but it's really a metaphor for my life. It started with my dad. He taught me work ethic, and my mom. But I really believe that where you want to go in life, there's no way you'll be able to get there without having the ability to work your ass off. Sometimes in the beginning, you're going to have to make sacrifices and work 12, 13, 14-hour days, but that's all part of the journey. I feel as a creative, I need to create because otherwise I don't feel like myself. What I want to do with this filmmaking path and journey is still kind of up in the air because I'm finding so many different avenues that I'm starting to love. My biggest passion is cinematography, and I really do see myself becoming a cinematographer as a career. I also do enjoy the directing aspect as well. I never allow myself to be complacent with where I am at this particular moment. Since COVID-19, my outlook has changed on life a little bit. It allowed me to see a bigger picture with enjoying time with family and friends, because regularly I'm always on the go 24/7, my brain's always going, but this allowed me to kind of just breathe and enjoy my time. A lot of things that I do are super challenging, and before I do it I get nervous or I have anxiety because I don't think I can accomplish it, but how you overcome that obstacle is what defines you as a person. I have no other option but to succeed in this career because I don't have a college degree. I don't have any background in anything, so there's no backup plan for me. This is my passion. I live it and breathe it every single day. I have no choice but to succeed. Alright, so hope you loved that video. I know when I first watched it, I absolutely loved it. I was a bit nervous to watch it. When he sent me the link, I didn't watch it at first. I was a little nervous because we did an interview part, and hearing myself speak, even though I'm doing YouTube now and I do it more consistently, it's still a little uncomfortable, especially the questions that he asked were they're very deep and very personal. So before I clicked on it, I was a little hesitant, but I knew that what he was going to create was going to be beautiful, and it seriously, it like melted my heart watching it. I watched it over. My mom cried. Yeah, he made my mom cry. She loved it, without a doubt. It really is a beautiful story, and I really appreciate him allowing me the opportunity to kind of speak about my passion and what I believe in. So I owe everything to him as far as this film, and I'm grateful for that opportunity to learn, see what it's like to be in front of the camera, learn and see what he does as a filmmaker, director, cinematographer, see how he works. But in general, I hope you enjoyed that video as much as I did. And lastly, again, if you want to partake in a Q&A for an upcoming video, please comment below. Ask me anything you want, life, personal, work, video, anything, whatever you want. You can also DM me on Instagram at Carlos Stiggs. Don't hesitate to ask me anything you want, please. And again, if I get enough responses or enough questions, I'll make a video Q&A. But until next time, thank you so much. I'll see you next week.